If South Korea can build one ship in 6 months, why should India take 6 years to build the same ship?
We take 6 years,
6 years.
to build one ship.
One ship. We have to look forward to why the vessels are not getting repaired in India, because there is no taxation in Singapore. There is no taxation in Dubai. I am very proud to say that as a master, as a chief engineer, as a crew, after us is Filipinos. But in the world market, people prefer to have Indian people because they are sincere.
Correct.
They do hard work and they produce a result for the owners. If we start from even 300 years back of the struggle for the freedom of independence, you'll find the name of the Sikh community coming in the forefront. We may be only 2% in the population in the entire India, but if you go to the defense, we are 45%.
Yes.
I make sure whatever I have done something wrong today, which has hit me, I discuss it with my family. I may not discuss my success today, but if I failed somewhere, I think it's my duty so that my children learn from my mistakes and they remember at their subconscious, no, dad told something that day, we should not do this.
I am guilty. The whole world, we make jokes out of the Sardarji. 12 baj gaya.
Let me put it very clear.
Oh, इसीलिए 12 बज गया
12 बज
बोलते
गया.
हैं. Wow. Today is my 222nd episode. What a wonderful way to celebrate 222. Hello, I am Meenamma. I am a storyteller and a trainer. I wish to share my chats with inspirational people around me on varied topics of global interest with the hope that my audience may design a better life from my episodes. Each talk is an inward journey. Come, travel with me today to meet an extraordinary human being. But do watch the episode till the end and subscribe to Meet Meenamma on YouTube, Instagram and other handles. I will be putting up short episodes and exciting reels on this episode for you to get valuable insights in lesser time. What do you do when you need to introduce a highly qualified human being who has no space in his head to wear so many hats that he adorns? But he wears a turban. He's a proud Sikh and in charge of the Sikh Mission for Andhra Pradesh, appointed by the Shiromani Gurudwara Parbandhak Committee, the SGPC, Sri Amritsar. He's also the president of the Gurudwara Sangat at Visakhapatnam. I'm proud to have with me today on the Meet Meenamma show Dr. D.S. Anand, fondly known in social circles as Shahji, an engineer, MBA by profession. He's the chairman and the managing director of the MCI group of companies and also the brand ambassador for Swatch Bharat, Visakhapatnam. Shahji is an honorable member of the Ethics Committee and Hospital Development of KGH, Visakhapatnam, and also holds several honorary posts at the state level and is a member of several bodies like the All India Ship Repairs Association, the Punjabi Association, Vizag, the AP Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the CII, to name just a few. He's an active member of the professional body Institute of Marine Engineers, a fellow of the Institution of Engineers, the Indian Institute of Welding, and the Indian Welding Society. We've come a long way. Many people have sat on this chair, but this person is unique in the sense he has so many talents, so many things to talk about. Without much ado, let's meet Dr. D.S. Anand, Shahji. Hi Shahji, it's lovely to see you.
Very good morning, sister. Minaji, how are you?
I am fine. Tell me Shahji, you're one of the, I think it's very rare for us to think of a three-tier city like Visakhapatnam, so fast down south, to have a strong Sardarji family, a Sikh family. How did you come to Vizag? How did you come and land up here?
In fact, my father served in the Indian Navy right from the year 1948. 47, India got freedom. They migrated from Pakistan, and he was then 16 years old. Came to Ambala. He saw a slogan there, which is very famous till today also: join the Navy, see the world. He saw that, he stood in the line there, and they asked him, how old are you, young man? He said, I'm 16. He said, not allowed. They put him aside. Then he asked people that what is the criteria? They said you should be at least 18. Next day morning, again he came in the line there and they asked, what is the 18? Okay, chalega. That time they had no birth certificates.
Oh.
People were in just 2 pieces of clothes.
Yes.
And he being the eldest in the family, asked only simple question, khana milega? You're taking me into Navy. Where are you taking me? Visakhapatnam. Only one question asked that time, khana milega? Imagine at that given time, having 9 brothers and sisters, he came down to Vizag, INS Sarkar, same Sarkar here, joined the Navy at the age of 16 and rose to the rank of Lieutenant Commander P.S. Anand, Marine Engineer by profession, trained and done everything by the Indian Navy. So I have been brought up in Naval Park, Naval Base, Kendriya Vidyalaya, Balkapuram was my school time. Then he was on deputation to Port Blair, Andamans. We did 5 years there. And then came back to Vizag since he was a marine engineer. Had nothing to do in Punjab, there is no sea there. So he selected Vizag being he said one thing very clear. Or he had been to the whole world. He said if there's some place worth living is Andhra, and that too in Vizag. Very peace-loving city, beautiful city, people are very humble, very nice. So he settled down in Vizag. And I did my engineering from Andhra University, 1783 batch, civil engineer. So that made us settle at Vizag.
Shahji, I want to take you back to one date, 7th of February 1989. I'm sure when I give you the date, you must be having goosebumps. Tell us what happened that day.
Dad had retired from the Indian Navy. I would like to mention one more thing here. He joined Navy as a boy. Boy means the lowest person in the ship who is only authorized to take a piece of cloth and clean the machinery but not authorized to even switch it on. He is supposed to be the pocha marne wala aadmi.
Yes.
From that level, he became the chief engineer of the same vessel, INS Rajput, old Rajput, of the same vessel he became chief engineer. So it's only hard work and all that. He left Navy in 1978. And mind you, he was working in Hindustan shipyard, our own shipyard here. I did my engineering graduate. I worked as a civil engineer in steel plant. One Sunday, both father and son decided that service was enough because he was being paid about 4,000 rupees a month and my salary was 900 rupees with one scooter, two-wheeler. So both father and son decided on 7th of February, both of us quit the job on the same day. This is to be worth mentioning because having meager income, then taking such a big drastic step, whether business is, you never know which way it takes you. You may lose even your existing salary, but that decision was taken and that's how 7th February Marine Corporation of India was incorporated and formed the name was given by my respected father and we started together as a father and son team then.
But why shipbuilding, ship repair? Why did that become your niche? Because today, MCI is known as a pioneer. You're a leader of good quality ship repair service. So why ship repair? Now, Visakhapatnam had a bouquet of different experiences.
Dad being a marine engineer by profession, he wanted to go back to the sea and become a chief engineer. Like many chief engineers joined the sea, come back and again settle their families and all that. And he was told by his colleagues who were here in Port Trust. I remember Mr. Narsaya. He was the chief mechanical engineer, father's classmate in INS Vikrant. So he knew Dad so well. He said, Anand Sahab, we need marine engineers here in Vizag Port. We hardly have workshops. And you being from the ranks from the Navy, you will be doing a wonderful job. Why don't you take a license at least for 1 year and start this? If you don't be successful, you can always go back to the sea. So he said, Shahji, what is your opinion? I said, let's try it. And that was the first ship we did and touch wood, no looking back then.
1989 to now, it's been a very long journey. And you have grown in experience, you've grown in age and wisdom. Whenever I go back and look at the YouTube channels on the shipping industry, there is always something that is so contradictory. The government claims that, India stands number 10 and coming to 8 and soon we're going to number 2. I don't know how much truth there is in this. What do you think, Shahji, is the status of the shipbuilding and shipping industry in India per se today? Where are we as per the global players?
I feel India is very, very lucky to have a 7,500 plus kilometer coastline. We have developed much better, but I think the level should be, the bar level has to go very, very high. Once we are talking of there are countries who have very small coastline but doing excellently well. You see China, 50% of the shipbuilding is held only one country, that's China.
Yes.
Next comes South Korea, small country. They have 30% of shipbuilding. Then comes Japan. We have the population, we have the skill, we have the coastline. I think many governments have done very, very well, but I think the bar level of the high jump in this has to be risen. If it is now 3 feet, it should go to 6 feet, almost double. And we have the capacity and we have the goodwill. I think India will do much, much better with the recent announcement of 25,000 crores by our finance minister. I think this takes time. You cannot plan anything for 5 years. When you do something, it has to come 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. So with this recent announcement by the government, I'm very, very sure that India will have a good high jump on this shipbuilding and ship repairs.
You know, in the prediction for the top industries in India, IT, fishing industry, and shipbuilding also is a presence in the 10. So do you think the government is giving enough of importance? What do you think is the reason why we have not even reached the top 10 in the world?
Meenaji, I am very sure if India only concentrates on one shipbuilding, only one item, having such a big coastline from Gujarat, coming down the south, then coming up to Calcutta, imagine India can do wonders. It can be the biggest country, biggest nation having shipbuilding industry. If the government puts more incentives to the people, I think this one industry can boost the economy of India way far away.
And how is the Aam Aadmi, the workers? You know, I feel India is a very lazy country even today. And we find, you know, maybe the officers are good. People in the lower rungs, they're not as hardworking as you and I were as younger people. What is your opinion? What are the, you know, challenges that you face in your industry when it comes to labor?
You see, one thing is that this is a total different topic now, that labor, how do you control your labor, how do you keep them with you, retain them with you. First thing is to train the people, then to make sure you retain them. Now, our governments have been very, very active, but down the line, we need the nationalism, the patriotism has to go to each worker. If South Korea can build one ship in 6 months, why should India take 6 years to build the same ship?
We take 6 years,
6 years
to build one ship.
One ship. But South Korea takes 6 months. So there's something basically wrong in our working structure. I think the government's job is to provide infrastructure. Let them give incentives to the private players in different ports. Let them pick up, let them put tender system, give them the incentives, give them 5-year break of taxes, 10 years break of taxes, and make sure that in each part of the state, 1-2 good shipbuilders are developed, so that over a period of 20 years, you'll see way all your transportation will be done only through inland water shipping and also foreign trade. You'll earn a lot of foreign exchange, and this will boost the economy of India way leap. There's no other business which can take the economy up in India except shipping.
You know, India has been famous for a number of routes, historic routes. We had the Silk route, which went past India, the Spice route, and the Blue route today. Actually, very strategically we are located, our entire peninsula, to serve moving ships. But still, you were telling me that, you know, we have catchment areas around. We're very active. We have Sri Lanka, we have Dubai, and we have China. What is the other side? Singapore. I mean, when you go to Singapore, you realize the story. A small country. What is your opinion? Why is India not able to gather as much as the other countries are?
If you really ask me, we have excellent geographical position, strategically located. We have on the western side Dubai port, our competitors.
Yes.
On the eastern side we have Singapore. On the south we have Colombo. So there is no competition between the players in India. Like Bombay, Chennai, all are one. We have to look forward. Why the vessels are not getting repaired in India? Because there is no taxation in Singapore. There is no taxation in Dubai. Dubai, due to their religion, they don't collect taxes. Singapore is a country, you go there in the anchorage, you on one given time, you have 2,000 vessels waiting because this is a free port.
So they come there for their repairs
They come for fueling first.
Wow.
The fuel is free of cost of taxes.
Amazing.
So what happens once the fuel is free, your crew change, your provisions on stores, your everything is done at Singapore. So once the vessel comes there, down the line, the tourism, the hotel stay of the staff, every vessel has at least 20-30 people. The crew changeover. Just imagine 2,000 customers waiting outside for crew change.
Wow.
So your taxis, your airports, your hotels, all are fully occupied due to giving only one free service of providing fuel tax-free.
Oh.
If you think on longer terms, now our Indian government served for 5 years. I think out of the blues, all the political leaders have to come together, make a strategy for shipping only for 20 years, and then say that our shipping, anybody coming to India will have free tax on the fuel. You just provide only this much and you'll find business coming in. When people come in, business will come, will flourish, all will flourish.
All the
The
ancillary
country,
industries.
all ancillary units will automatically come in line. But somebody has to take such a big decision and make sure the money is rolled over a period of 20 years,
Very true.
not 5 years.
So one side is we are building our ships very slowly. So therefore, we are giving out to the world every 6 years one ship. Secondly, our taxation is so high that players do not prefer to come to India. They would rather go to another country.
If a master has got 150 defect lift jobs, he'll only give those jobs in India which are dire need for him to reach the next port, which is either Dubai or Colombo or Singapore. Why should he spend GST 18% when the other country is giving you free of cost?
Were you able to put this up in the finance minister?
We have put this in the very high ups many a times, but very sorry, things are improving, but the speed of the improvement is very slow. Thanks to the finance minister this time, she has given specifically for the shipbuilding industry, 25,000 crores have been given, and they have made a time frame job that India has to develop in shipbuilding.
The skill development in India is, I think, a very, very big boom area. Prime Minister has been focusing on skill
Very
development,
correct.
skill up India. But I don't see shipbuilding or repair as a top priority in skilling up. So what do you think? I mean, is it time for us to address this issue? How do you select people to get in, and what kind of masters do you need in your skill? What is your selling point? What is your speciality from MCI?
You see, India, as far as the knowledge of the engineers, the masters, and we are the most preferred crew in all over world. I'm very proud to say that as a master, as a chief engineers, as the crew, after us is Filipinos. But in the world market, people prefer to have Indian people because they are sincere. They do hard work and they produce the result for the owners. So this is a very big point that in the shipping circle, India has got a name as far as the seafarers are concerned. But as far as the ship building and ship repairs, I think lot can be done, and I'm very hopeful that in next 10 years time, our position should be very, very high. As of today is only 0.06%.
Okay.
0.06%, you feel little ashamed also because it's not even 1% of the shipbuilding in across the globe. 1% bhi nahi hai. 0.06% hai.
So there is so much to do.
So much to do.
And a little bit
There's a
of
lot of
impetus.
fish in the pond.
Yes.
You need to just put your
Correct gear.
gear and pick up the full fish.
So the industry.
I hope you understand my point.
Yes.
We have ocean full of fish. You need infrastructure to just haul the fish and keep jumping your money into our RBI, Reserve Bank of India.
Yes. So this is a small obstacle that's keeping the fish from coming to us. Shahji, what is the importance of, technology, artificial intelligence has become the talk of the town now, talk of the moment. How does it affect because shipbuilding is obviously, it will be directly related to the ship, the structure, the infrastructure, the logistics, the, scanning of a ship. How does it affect your shipbuilding activities and ship repair activities?
If you really ask me, all our shipyards in India are totally based on the defense vessels.
Correct.
You go to Hindustan shipyard, you go to Cochin shipyard, you go to Mazagon dock, all this Goa shipyard, they are basically surviving due to the orders from the defense.
Yes.
Indian Navy. I'm sorry to tell you, how much of effort we are putting from the defense sectors, there's hardly any merchant ship being built in the Indian shipyards. The taxation is so high. The builder doesn't get the vessel in time back. If he has invested money, he needs quick returns.
Yeah, after 6 years, his money is zero.
Is zero. So what I mean to say is that we have all the things in the world. I think a strong hand like our PM Modi Saab puts one big hit to this industry, it can go to the skies. It can go to the skies.
Very, very true. Tell me about, see, Visakhapatnam is one of the strongest ports and it's also a great defense establishment. The maritime story of India is written in golden words in Visakhapatnam. So I would imagine most of your customers and clients would be from the Indian Navy. So tell us about the Indian Navy and how you manage their ship, because their ships are always ready for war. They're ready for the fleet to be show their prowess. Tell me about the relationship about the Indian Navy. I think the Indian Navy must be the maximum users for you, isn't it?
Well, in last about 7-8 years, we have ventured into the Indian Navy. There is a lot of scope for the Indian Navy as a ship repairer, because we have already covered the merchant navy and we already covered the offshore. So these fields we are already pioneers in that. Now coming to the Indian Navy, it's about 7 years we are into the Indian Navy. One thing I always tell my children also, the variety of jobs which the Indian Navy provides you. Merchant Navy is a set of jobs.
Yes.
Vessel comes in 2 days. Whatever you can do, you do it and vessel sails off. But in the Indian Navy, sky is the limit. You have so many things coming up. The weapons, the underwater cleaning of the vessels, everything is now time-based.
Yes.
What was done before in 6 months is being done in weeks. And what was done in weeks is being done in days today.
Correct.
Vessels coming into the harbour, Vizag, I remember our days when it used to take 5 days to unload 1 lakh tons.
Yeah.
Now it is only 48 hours.
And there's a big demurrage also if they hang around
Yes,
for some time.
in 2 days the vessel is out. In 2 days you are supposed to finish the job and make sure the customer is happy and the vessel is leaving the harbour. Because the rest vessel is waiting to come in.
Correct.
But in the Indian Navy also the field is so big open, I think you can have even 1,000 repairers coming here and still there will be a lot of jobs.
Enough of work.
A lot of work.
So how many people per se, how many good bodies are there in the city for ship repairs?
In fact, being the president of the Vizag Ship Repair Association, we started with 5 ship repair companies in 1989. And I'm proud to say that today we are 50. And I am president for the association. Our main job is to make sure that our working, day-to-day working is time wastage of our labor entering, our workers entering the port to the vessel is minimized. At the same time, we have to keep in mind security of the nation, because it's a vulnerable area.
Yes, yes.
Whether it is a port, whether it is a naval base, because when your people are going out there, it's always a threat of safety.
Correct.
So without compromising on that, how fast you are able to reach the customer, start the job, finish the job, and come back safely to your houses, your people reach safe, even our customer is safe, vessels are safe. So I think as a ship repairers, we have been very fortunate to have excellent officers, all the chairmen of the port, the TM department, and everything under artificial intelligence and all that. I don't find what we used to spend days, now it comes in hours. Everything is online.
Yes.
You apply for a pass, you put your police verification certificate, and you get the pass.
Yes.
There is no hassles whatsoever is from the departments.
Okay. In such a scenario, would you advise younger people to also take up ship repairs as a career? Is there any hope and scope for them? Because we still are churning out very late. We are still battling tax problems. Would you advise younger generations to?
In
take
fact,
it
we have got many marine colleges running across the country, and I would like to use this platform. You see, the examinations of the officers for the Indian Merchant Navy is being only held in 3 places.
Okay.
One is Bombay, one is Calcutta, and one is Chennai. Now, with God's grace, we have got a full-fledged mercantile marine department on the Ramakrishna beach, the new building which is being waiting for inauguration. We have requested our shipping minister to convert this into PO office. PO office means Principal Officer of the Mercantile Marine Department, so that children from the Andhra need not go all the way to pass the examination either in Chennai, Calcutta or Bombay. Vizag should be the one of the centers wherein not only people from Andhra, Telangana, Odisha, all these belt people can come and stay in Vizag and hold their examinations here. And this can be a big boon for the industry because now our children are going to Calcutta, Chennai and Bombay. There is no fourth center. So why not to have Vizag as one of the center? The building is ready. We are waiting for the approval. And I think by this year, we should be getting that.
You know, Andhra Pradesh is in now centric governance. We have the NDA with us. We have a very, very good chief minister. He is back with a bang, Nala Chandrababu Naidu Garu, and he is also in alliance with the Prime Minister's office. Do you think this is the time for us to actually voice out? Because maybe we'll have a brother who can talk and get our works done. Is it the golden time for us now to take action?
I don't think so. This is any time better than this.
Yes.
We have got the double engine running. We have the three government alliance here. Pawan Kalyan Sahab, Chandrababu Naidu Garu, Nara Lokesh, and we have got a dynamic MP in Vizag, Bharat Sahab.
Yes.
I think the maritime industry, if it doesn't flourish now, I think it will be too late.
Yes.
And having our Prime Minister Modi Sahab, full salute to him for taking the country in the global way. You see, I've been traveling abroad also. The image of India has gone so high in the infrastructure of roads, highways, full marks. Before what we used to have flight in from Vizag about few years back, one flight to Delhi, one flight to Bombay.
Yes.
Today we have 4 flights to Delhi, 4 flights to Bombay. All this comes over a good administration. The country has progressed. There's no doubt about it.
Yes, yes. You know, Shahji, you are one of those few people, limited edition, who has done many good things. Now, you, as a professional, you've gained the confidence and respect of an entire fraternity, and even the AP chamber and all of us who sit with you are so proud. But we are more proud of the fact of the human being that you are. I would like at this time to take you to your religion. I think being a minority, the Sikhs have been very different from other minorities. While there have been battles between the government and many minorities, the Sikhs and maybe the Parsis have been very, very peace-loving. And in fact, you've been true brothers to the country. So tell me more about, now you are also the head of the Sikh Mission from Amritsar, the SGPC's appointed head in Andhra Pradesh, which means you're a very powerful person in the sense your community looks at you as a leader. Tell me about the role that you have for the propagation of Sikhism and also its tenets of the Guruji in the state and in the country.
In fact, if we start from even 300 years back of the struggle for the freedom of independence, you'll find the name of the Sikh community coming in the forward.
Yes.
We may be only 2% in the population in the entire India, but if you go to the defense, we are 45%.
Yes. Yes.
In fact, if I remember my father telling me in the Pakistan time also, the elder son born in the family was donated to the country's freedom.
Oh, yeah.
मतलब बड़ा बेटा है तो वो सरदार बनेगा. The other 4 children, maybe sons, maybe daughters, they may not be wearing turban, but the first son is putting a turban, head of the thing, and fighting for the country. He is dedicated to either army, air force or navy.
Yes.
बोलते हैं ना दान दे दिया. It's like pride
Yes.
for the parents to give their son for sacrifice to the country. So such is the heritage we are carrying with us. And moreover, in a place like Andhra, I've been telling you that Sikhs are known all over the world for their gesture, for their generosity, for doing free service.
Correct.
You go to any Gurudwara, you just stand and tell that we want this help.
Yeah.
Within minutes, it's done.
Yes.
Minutes. You don't have to go to the houses and cut slips. No. You go to the Golden Temple. I was there about 3 days back. We had Langar. Meenakshi, every day 3 lakh people come there. 3 lakh people have food there. And there's no difference of whether Meenaji has come, whether our Rao Garu is there, whether a Muslim brother is there, whether he is low caste, whether high caste, rich, poor, all are in the same line, all are eating down and eating food, whatever is served to everybody. So Guru Nanak Sahab, Sangat or Pangat. Sangat means congregation,
Yeah,
Pangat. Unless you don't sit in the same line and you don't have, let the Modi Sahab go, let Sirsa Sahab go, let Anandji go, let Meenaji go. They all are treated at par. No difference whatsoever. It's no VIP culture. You have to sit down and you have to have your meal there. You can do any job. You can clean the bathrooms there. You can clean bartan. You can go to the toilets, clean the toilets there. You can cut onions. You can serve dishes. No whatsoever. Nobody is authorized to ask your caste, your name also.
Very true. You know, Shahji, I would like to put my hands together for every Sikh brother and sister for what you did for COVID. It was a global appreciation. It was not just one city or another city. It wasn't just one country. In fact, when I was traveling in California, I saw boards where the Americans have put up boards saying that we are proud to have these Indian brothers and the Sikhs, the Gurudwara. I mean, it was a very touching thing. You saved lives, you helped people. Tell us about more about what happened in Visakhapatnam during COVID.
You see, Binakshi, we have seen the worst of times. During the first phase of COVID, I remember we went to the collector and people were told to stay indoors. Nobody was coming out of the houses. 3 months, people like 23rd March was the day when we had the curfew. You won't believe me. We went and told Collector Sahab that as Gurudwara is known for service. So he said, Anand Sahab, how will you maintain the hygiene and how do you maintain the infection not to spread? I said, whatever the protocol is there, 100% we will be adhering to it. That GVMC Commissioner, then we had CMO, excellent people, and we made that huge circles in the Gurudwara, and one man's lady sitting here, one sitting up to 10 feet, and sanitize everything. 3 months we provided 1,000 people food to the shelter homes. Our condition was only one, that our people will be inside, your van will come, your officer will come, we will sanitize your tokeries, both their baskets of that container holders, and prepared food, well packed in packages. Either we had veg biryani, veg pulao, then puliaru, local, then curd rice, different days. 1,000 people food was made, packed and serviced every day for 3 months, and for which we have a commendation letter from the collector that the Gurudwara had done a human service. After this first phase, second phase, we had the big issue with the oxygen cylinders.
Oh yes.
Now, being from a shipping industry, we use oxygen for our ships, cutting and all that. Having a good approach with all the suppliers of oxygen cylinders, I used my own office vans, my staff, to make sure we picked up cylinders at very high expensive, but for the people we gave it free of cost.
Wonderful.
Each cylinder was that time costing us 28,000. Normal cylinder cost 6,000. That time we got it for 28,000. We got about 6-7 cylinders from Khalsa Aid, which does service to the entire world for any kind of human, what do you say, baad aa jata hai. Baad matlab you have got heavy
rain and
cyclones and all that. Khalsa Aid goes everywhere in the world.
Yes, yes.
So they provided us these oxygen concentrators.
Yes.
Believe me, Meenaji, I am very proud to say that today also, about few days back, I met one gentleman in the stage, and he told me, Anand Sahab doesn't remember me, but I was the one who got 3 oxygen cylinders from Gurudwara, night 12 o'clock. He called up his people, opened the doors, gave the oxygen cylinders. I got 3 cylinders at a period of over 4 days, and I survived only due to this oxygen, because no hospital was taking me. And I'm back to my own family because of Gurudwara.
Amazing, amazing.
I put my head down, pray to the God, we could be able to even save one life. Our life is worth it.
Wonderful.
But we gave cylinders free of cost. Cylinders would come, again send them to Autonagar all the way to get them refilled, so the next patient may need them. So almost 3 months, big seva was done. But we still lost some people from the community. But that's a part of the whole episode. But from the community side, there is no dearth of any kind of service. Whichever collector comes here, I go to wish him. I only tell you one thing. If you need food, sir, hygiene food, only one thing remember, Gurudwara.
Yes, very true, sir.
Give a call and nothing else.
You know, Shahji, I am guilty. The whole world, we make jokes out of the Sardarji. Bara baj gaya. I mean, we think it's very funny. But the slap is on our face, because some of the biggest scientists, Nobel laureates, cricket players, hockey stalwarts, gurus, statesmen, the presidents of India have been dignified Sikhs. And it's time for us to acknowledge the great contribution of the Sikhs in every aspect. But I think the greatest contribution of Sikhs like you is the humanitarian concept that you people have. What are the tenets of the Guruji that makes you all think like this?
I would like to first answer your first question. 12 baj gaya. Now, let me put it very clear. During the Mughal times, the Mughal emperors came, looted our temples, took the beautiful ladies to their places. The Sikh people wanted to attack them. How to attack them? We are very few in numbers. If there are 10,000, you must have seen the movie Saragadi.
Correct.
10,000 against 40 people.
Correct.
Is it a joke? It's a mental setup your Guru gives you by doing prayers of your Guru Granth Sahib, the strength to face 10,000 people. You know you're 40 only, but still you are fighting. So Sikh used to go and attack them during night time. या दोपहर को खाना के बाद 12 बजे है ना, they would tell Mughals खाना खा लो, सरदार लोग आएगा 12 बज गए.
Oh, इसीलिए 12
बज गया.
Wow.
They'll come at that time when all are sleeping, having their khana pina. They'll come with the minimum of forces and take the women back to their homes and take all the gold which is looted from the temples and the gurudwaras. So that's what they sell. अरे खाना खा लो यार, सरदार का 12 बज जाएगा अभी. वो आके फिर हम लोग को अटैक करेगा.
So this is
how the story came up.
This is what I've learned, something new today. So this 12 baj gaya
12
actually
baj
has
gaya.
a story in it.
Yes.
Oh wow.
The
And
people
so
used to attack at that time.
when people have eaten and intoxicated and they're in sleep.
Sleep.
So even 40 doesn't matter against 10,000.
10,000.
You can win.
Yes. That is a strategy adopted because once you are free, you have to be intelligent.
Yes.
You cannot waste one person.
Yes, yes.
So which is the weakest time of your opponent, you'll attack at that time.
Yes, yes.
So 12 बज गया सरदारों का. So people without knowing that actual fact, they started telling us 12 बज गया. चलता है, no problems.
Shahji, you know, in the society, we've always admired D.S. Anand and his family. In fact, P.S. Anand and his family. You always come as a group. You're always one unit. Your wife, your children, your daughter-in-law, your daughters-in-law, your grandchildren. You come as one family, you know, happy kutumbam. And you all live in a joint family. In today's world, when family values are crumbling, everybody wants to have nuclear setups. My own. How does Shahji maintain those beautiful children along with you, walking the path, and each one of them is intelligent and each one of them is a leader. Both your sons I watched, both your daughters-in-law, each is a leader, and they do individually good, but when they are with you, you are the team leader. How do you manage that?
First of all is God's grace and dad's mom blessings. What you sow today, tomorrow you'll reap it. I am very grateful to my dad and mom. I'm more grateful to my wife, Seema. In fact, when we started in 1989, my son was already 3 years old, Raja, and we started with a very meager amount, as I told you. But initially, me and my wife and father, when we did it, my wife, she was a Hindi medium from Delhi. In South India, where do you find the Hindi? Nothing. So when she came down here, she was my peon, she was my typist, she was doing everything in the paperwork. We bought one Godrej ka wo typewriter. She would type one line in English and put command, yeah, type. It would type that much. I taught her that, and with that she picked up. And today we have a workforce, but she still is the director of finance of the company today also, and she knows about what we used to have service tax before, then GST, income tax and all that. And I'm very proud, 20 years when the children went to school, wife and myself, we started the business with my father. And she has been a pillar of strength. When the first son came into the business, she went 50% back to the house. When the second child came, she was fully in the house now. She comes once in a while, but the staff knows that the madam is director of finance and she knows in and out of the billing department, tendering department.
Worked in the field.
They have worked by themselves in the field. Now, as regarding the family coming together, it's very important that every individual is given importance in the family. Every man wants recognition. If you keep holding to your reins and tell I don't want to let go, it doesn't work that way. When the children come into the business, if they put one hand, You put one hand of yours back.
Yes.
When the other child comes, he puts the second hand, you withdraw your second hand.
Yes.
So that their recognition is very important. And you should be very free in telling them that this game ball is yours, and don't expect them to do wonders. They'll fail, let them fail. In fact, when my children joined my office, I prayed that let them have the best of failures,
So they can learn.
so that they earlier they fall, the sooner they'll rise. And so long as I am alive, if they see all the failures, even if I'm not there, they still know how to run the show.
Very true.
So the family get together, as regarding the daughter-in-laws, I'm telling you, we have been so grateful. Sons are always supposed to be nice, but daughter-in-laws are excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
To keeping the family united together, I think, Meenakshi, I think I must speak something from my heart. Being the elder of the eldest in the family, we adopt few things which every family can adopt. For example, when you start the day in the morning, children have gone to school. At least have your breakfast with your family,
Yes.
and you decide what is today's importance. If you have to go for a Meenamma's house for dinner, or going to Novotel, or going to some other place, friends for dinner, who all are going today?
Yeah.
And what is the amount of gift we plan to give to the family?
Okay.
So that every man in the family knows what is our relation with that particular family. Everybody has got its own place. So once it is decided that it may not be necessary for all 6 of us to go, because nowadays we see hardly few people coming. So it is decided, ones who are very close to us, yes, we all 6 will go. If only me and my wife or my elder son, my daughter-in-law will go, it's decided in the morning. And evening time, at 5 o'clock, the ladies do give a small soft reminder.
Yeah.
At 5 o'clock is a fixed time that today we are going for dinner out. So it reminds us. As we get so busy in the office, we forget that today was out going. So, but by 7 we are back home. We don't have to tell anybody that get ready, go here and there. By whatever time is fixed, people, girls come out, we come out, we go and we come back. And nighttime dinner is a must. We all sit together with the grandchildren, and I make sure whatever I have done something wrong today, which has hit me, I discuss it with my family. I may not discuss my success today, but if I failed somewhere, I think it's my duty so that my children learn from my mistakes and they remember at their subconscious, no, dad told something that day, we should not do this.
And nobody judges you for this.
Yes. So must discuss your failures also with your children. And night time when we sit down, again, the whole family has to be together. And wherever you want to go, Monday to Friday, world is open. You fly down to go to Russia, you go to Colombo, you go to but Friday night, as per rule, come back to Vizag. Weekend, Saturday, Sunday must spend with the family, and then Monday back to work. Every child in the house, including the grandchildren, have a right to speak about anything in the house. And being the eldest, we try that all are given equal importance. And when we start the night dinner, nobody elder speaks. Because all children want to be heard first.
Yes.
My grandson will start from there, my granddaughter starts from there. We all look at each other, we give them the time, because they, after dinner, they go to sleep. So we don't try to disturb them. Papa, Dadu, aaj shaam ko ye hua, today morning we had school, this problem. She'll tell something from there. All have to listen to the children. So we have to have that binding. And I'm very grateful to God that, as you said, it's Baba Nanak's grace and Dad's blessings.
Shahji, you know, all of us, we are not alone. It's not just our families. Some of us are blessed to have good friends. Some of us are blessed to have strangers who become part of your life. Would you like to acknowledge any such good people whom you have met who have left a mark in your life?
You are talking about few friends. I am talking of my father's friend, my good friend Tony Jaspal Singh. Just imagine, his father, my father served Navy together. Then Jaspal Singh, me. Then his daughter Tina, Raja, classmates. Now their children are classmates. It's 5 generations. 5 generations we are together. I lost my friend recently. I lost my Chinnana recently. I'm not joking. In today's world, it's very easy to get false friends and true enemies. But I think The success lies in building up your own good friends and then keeping a good networking.
Very true.
Networking in the sense, if somebody needs you at night 2 o'clock, in fact, for any Sardarji, it doesn't matter is my friend or not. If I get a call from anywhere that 2 o'clock also a snake has bitten a child, I am there myself at KGH. Because we have sickly or poor children. We have such cases plenty. And believe me, Meeraji, don't leave it to my driver. I don't leave it to my. If I'm in Vizag, I'll be there. If I'm not in Vizag, Raja or Gagan will make sure they'll pick up the car and go and meet that person. Make sure he is well treated and he is looked after very well.
You are the son of the great Shere Punjab, the great P.S. Anand Garu and his lovely wife. You educate so many children. You have done so much for social service. You are a great, corporate person, a person who leads an industry by example. You are also the Swatch Bharat ambassador of India for Visakhapatnam. Tell us about your stint as the Swatch Bharat, the local body. And I don't think Swatch Bharat, when Modi ji brought it up, by then you guys were already doing something, is it, if I remember right? Tell us about this, Shahji.
In fact, we came to the PNT colony in 1979. In 2000, we have one ground in front of our house. In fact, 2 murders took place in the ground.
Oh my God.
One lady was raped and thrown into the well there in the park. When the smell came, people came to know that one lady was murdered there. That is the time we thought, let's have an association. In 2000, we built one association known as PNT Colony Welfare Residence Welfare Association, RWA, like other.
Yes.
And we collected 1 rupee per day per family. That means 30 rupees per family. And we have about 450 houses right from MRO office till Gurudwara. And we are the only one Sikh family in the entire 450, our Telugu brothers and sisters. And by the virtue of whatever you call it, they made president and we started that ground. And we found the wall was very highly built, about 6.5 feet. You would hardly see inside the thing.
Yeah.
So being a civil engineer, first thing I got the wall
down.
up to 3 feet.
Oh, okay.
And I put that iron rods, grill, ornamental grills. And then we made the lighting, made a lotus inside, then made the park and everything. And by 2002, the park was ready. At that given time, I think we invested 1.5 lakhs from the colony. And 1.5 lakh was given by the Sanjay Jaju, was the commissioner,
the IS
GVMC.
officer. Wow.
He gave us 1.5 lakh, 1.5 total 3 lakhs may we developed the park. And it was his vision, have 3 shops in the same park so that the income continues.
Yeah.
And believe me, Meenaji, today we are adjudged as every year the best colony maintained by the residents. And it all started with 30 rupees, that means 1 rupee per family. You tell me one thing now. What is 1 rupee? What is 30 rupees in today's world? And today also we are able to maintain. That means we get the roads cleaned, we get the drains cleaned, we get the underground drainage system is there. If there's any problem there, we get it done. Street lights, we do it. And believe me, any GVMC commissioner coming to the city knows if any delegation is coming from Chandigarh, they have their cross exchange programs. He doesn't have to inform me. He knows Anand's colony is always clean, best.
And ready.
Without any information, they bring the people, they show and they go back also. So, including the security of the colony, everything is, we have the police van coming at night 12 o'clock, again morning 3 o'clock, they come and sign the register there. Not now, from last 24 years, not a single robbery, no kind of any chain snatching and all that. More than that, I have empowered the ladies in the colony that you are questionable to ask anybody. You have a right to ask the man in the park from where has he come from. Don't think Anand will come and help you.
Yeah.
So you won't believe me, when the ladies are walking there, they're sitting in the park, they know each one now, and they find the boy or the girl is doing some mischief there. You go to your colony. And believe me, children, the ladies, they come for the evening, the walk in the park, they go in the roads, scot-free.
Tell me about Swatch Bharat.
This park and the colony maintenance gave me the name of the cleanliness. It was during the BJP time at 2014 when Narendra Modi sahab started Swatch Bharat. I was given this title of one of the brand ambassadors for Vizag for this colony. Slowly, whenever the commissioner wanted the meetings with the other officials coming from that, he would invite the Swatch Bharat and thing. And wherever we could contribute, whichever way, Swatch Bharat, I have been forefront in this because it's my passion. Right from my childhood, everything to be neat and clean.
Yes, yes.
My wife sometimes gets a little upset when you're going for a walk in the colony in the evening. You keep telling, this is not correct, that's not correct. I refuse to come to walk with you. But next morning again she comes. So we have to be regular in our job. It's not that once you got the award and you finish it with that. It's 24 years. I don't find a single piece of paper. The colony people have got understood that part, that it's our own colony. If I keep this door from my boundary to here clean, every house owner keeps clean, the whole colony is clean. Don't expect one man to do everything.
Shahji, this not expecting one man to do. I'm asking you a question. Vizag featured as the third cleanest city, smart city. Then now went down. Do you think it really deserve it? I don't see Vizag becoming cleaner. I see brothers like you making one part of the city clean. You yourself said when the government official comes, they bring them to your city to show them. So if anybody sees your part of the city, they will give awards. But what is the whole picture of Swatch Bharat? Is it really happening? Do we deserve to win awards?
I think we are doing much better. I'm sorry, I went to Amritsar even 2 days back. I feel ashamed. Sardars are known for their service, but what about cleanliness? We are nowhere in Amritsar. It is supposed to be the golden temple there. I think if I am given the charge for even 1 month, and maybe with 20-30 crores also, the whole city can be meant. We are doing very well in our Andhra Pradesh, and I am very proud to say whichever commissioners came here, none of them have slept well. They have always been behind the workers. Yes, we have the unions, we have the problem with the labor and all that. That's everywhere.
Yeah.
But I am not joking. See, you're talking because you're not seeing the other places in the India. I have seen most of the thing. I think we are blessed to have this kind, but there's always a room of improvement. And moreover, when you depend on the only officers, they'll come and clean your colony and they'll clean. I think every citizen, right from the boy who's 10 years old till 80 years, I think everybody's responsibility is to make sure your city is the best.
You know, I can go on and on, but time is always ticking behind our back. Shahji, it was wonderful to have you with us. And in parting, I would like everybody has some principles. I know you as a very, very perfectionist person. I mean, everything is clockwork for you. And I've worked with you. You've been a client, a friend, a brother. And I know how particular you are about some things in your life. What are those 3 things that Shahji, brand Shahji, actually holds closest to his heart? That is the reason why you're so successful.
If you really ask me 3 things that I must tell, first thing is your determination and persistence for that job. Whatever you're doing, you have to have passion for that.
Yeah.
I have to be the best in this industry. One more thing, the youngsters should listen very clearly. Don't go for what all are doing. Go to your customer and ask him, sir, which field are you finding difficulty?
Yeah.
When I meet the senior corporate officers of my clients, you ask my children, I ask the one question, sir, I would like to know where your department is feeling the time lag. People are not working. Which technology you are facing difficulty in. Once they come up with that, we put our brains and make sure we get that technology and give it to the customer.
Wow.
We started that way. Because if you are doing what 100 people are doing, you will not be recognized. And you will make money only from that jobs which nobody is doing.
Very true.
So first thing is determination, then persistence for that job. Second thing is that positive attitude in life. Even something negative has happened, take it positive.
Very true.
Learn from that lesson of your failure and make it positive. Don't cry. No question of crying. Make sure you don't repeat the same mistake. Go forward and make you doubly successful then.
Yes.
Failures are meant for people to be successful tomorrow.
True.
Don't be afraid of that. Last but not the least, you should have good relationships with you, your friends, your relations with your brothers, your sisters, and your friends in the city. Networking with them regularly is most important. Isolation can never bring success.
Very true. Very true.
Isolation can never bring success. You have to be having good networking within your community. You may be in shipping circle, you may be in Gurudwara circle, you may be in your own friend circle with your family. Isolation can never bring you success. You have to have good networking and good friends around you.
Shahji, you are my 222. You know, you're my 222nd episode, and that makes it very special.
Thank you.
What would you like to say to your friends who are watching this about Meet Meenamma? Would you like them to subscribe to me?
I think you have been a role model to. I know you are a Leo equal to me. I'm proud to be a Leo.
Yes.
For one good reason, they get going. And I give full marks to this lady. In Vizag, she named herself. She brought fame to the city. Rajmata's name has not been just come over by itself. The hard work the lady has put in has been tremendously very, very high. Both my son's weddings, I'm proud to say, were handled by Meena ji, and she knows the way I work because I am a Leo, she is also a Leo. So we mean business means business.
Yes.
There is no compromise to the hard work. Nothing comes on the platter.
Yes.
Nothing comes on a platter. For wherever I am today, I am grateful to the well-wishers like Meena ji, my wife, my dad, mom, my sisters, all my three sisters. I am the youngest in the family. My all three sisters, my brother-in-laws, my wife's brothers, family, they all look upon us like a family. And each one of us has always given me 100% support, and I am with them 100%. If anybody needs me anytime, for whatever reason, I am there always. There is no question of no. It's only yes.
Wonderful. So for those who are watching, if they like this episode, I would request them to subscribe to Meenamma, follow me, and let us have more moments with inspirational people like Shahji. Shahji, in parting, I would like to give you this little cup of Meet Meenamma.
Thank
this
you
cup
so much.
is a cup of happiness, and it's a new avatar for me. You're seeing me in a different form, but I would love to tell you that, brothers like you make such a difference. God bless you, and thank you for coming to my podcast.
Thank you. Sat Shri Akal, Namaskar,
Sat
Thank you.
Shri